Hello everyone, so this is an Ari, and I'm probably going to get this out on New Year's Day, so Happy New Year's. And in this video, probably going to be running the same deck I ran in the last video. So this is kind of because it's what I've been playing quite a bit, mainly because A, it's really strong, and B, I don't really play a lot of Nilfgaard typically, and I wanted to get a bit of practice, which will kind of lead into reason why I'm trying to get practice with different factions and stuff. I'm going to talk about during the games. This is really less of a analysis of a deck and like guide, more of a here's some games I'm gonna talk some shit basically. Just quickly to explain the deck. If you haven't seen it, it's a typical lockdown list. It's really good at the moment. Seem to have been doing really well with it. Typical thing of like ball, and with the changes to provision costs on a lot of key cards, like the sergeants and coup de grace, for example, it feels really strong at the moment, and it does really well in the meta. It seems to counter a lot of the common things that are floating around. Basically, an auto win against Vi, has a really strong matchup against movement scoia'tael. I haven't actually played it against Skellige, so I'm not too sure, but I would imagine you have an okay matchup against Lippy. But yeah, it seems to do pretty well in the meta at the moment. So yeah, playing some more of that. Sorry if you were expecting anything new. Same old here. I won't talk too much because I'm going to be rambling during the video anyway. So I hope you enjoy the games, and I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, so one thing I forgot to mention in the intro was I am recording this on New Year's Eve, so I'm sorry if hear any fireworks. I'm pretty sure I've got my mic settings sorted and everything, so it shouldn't be a problem, shouldn't hear anything, but just in case, be aware of that, I guess. So in terms of these draws, pretty lackluster hand. Drop that. Alright, I don't like this hand. But it's okay, we'll get through it. So probably safe to play this. Yeah, so I was gonna talk about a few things. You're probably sick of hearing this if you've been watching my videos, but I know I haven't been streaming, uploading, that sort of thing. But especially this month, I do actually. Alright, I have no idea what's going on with this deck. I do actually kind of have a reason this season, so that's not what I wanted to play. Yeah, so I've been sort of thinking about what I want to do, like sort of going forward, because I've always kind of played CCGs basically since I was like, I don't know, I think I first started playing when I was like 13 properly, but like I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh when I was like 6 or 7, so been most of my life I've been playing CCGs, and a lot of the time I've been pretty good at like pretty much every CCG I've tried and that sort of thing, but I've never really tried to go like competitive or anything like that. And I feel like with Gwent, I've found a game that I like really enjoy playing Gwent. And as you can kind of see, I've got a Twitch and YouTube where I'm putting up Gwent content all the time. And as I've sort of thought about it, it's like it's something I want to try. I really want to see if there's, you know, a possibility for me to make a push and kind of see if that's viable for me. Obviously, it's easier said than done. Playing competitive in pretty much any game is a bit of a struggle, but if you're not aware, the first season where sort of crown points will be coming into it and that kind of stuff matters, and when like events will be happening and all that sort of thing, will be next season. This is the last season where it basically doesn't matter. And I was sort of thinking about that, and I was like, right, next season I'll sort of really go for it, not just half-arse it, because I've done that a few seasons. I've kind of not really committed a whole lot to it. I've said I'm committing to it. I've played a few games. I've got into top 500 and I've called it a day. But I've sort of been thinking about it, like, right, I'm gonna really go for it. I'm gonna really see if this is, you know, something viable. And so what that kind of means going forwards, well, probably should start with how it's been the last couple of months. Last couple of months I've been thinking about this, and so instead of like streaming my games and like putting out content all the time, I've tried to play some more meta stuff and get a better understanding of the game. I feel like my understanding of the game is pretty good. I feel like I'm pretty good at the game. Like, I always can get like top 500 pretty easily, but I'm obviously not at the level of, you know, someone like Paja or like Saber or Demarcation or whatever. And realistically, if I want to have a shot at getting into opens and things like that, I need to improve my game a little bit. And so I've tried to, when I play Gwent, really be sort of assessing my own games and really understanding what I'm doing and thinking it through rather than just kind of going with what feels right. And it seems to have gone pretty well. As you can literally see from me playing a deck like this, I normally, I mean, I think if you watch my streams, I just don't play Nilfgaard. I don't really enjoy playing. Well, I do enjoy playing Nilfgaard. I just typically not really a faction I've ever played a whole lot, but I've been trying to play stuff I don't usually use that's very meta to kind of get an understanding of these kind of decks that I'm not used to, and it feels like it's gone very well. So this season, a lot of my time was kind of spent like deck building and going into casual and trying a few things out, and I sort of took Nilfgaard in and I was like, right, I'm going to try it in casual a couple of games, and then I'll take it on ladder, and it'll in effect be like a placement in pro rank, because I hadn't played any Nilfgaard in competitive, and at the moment I'm kind of finishing off that little experiment, and I'm currently played like 16 games, got about 2,160 MMR on it or something like that, so that felt like a good start, and it felt like I was really getting a bit of an understanding for what's going on, and I'm kind of trying to keep that going like forwards. If I can, let me just think about what I want to do here. 2 seconds. So I want to stop that. Yeah, so I've been trying to kind of figure out what I want to do in terms of how do I get better, and that has literally been trying to assess my games a little better. Literally like situations like that. Just take a second, try and understand what I'm doing, and it seems to be going pretty well. I'm pretty happy. So what's going to be happening in terms of going forwards is next month I really am going to give it a shot. I haven't made top 500 really because I've been doing a lot of stuff outside of ranked. I've not really focused on my ranking, so it's been a bit all over the place, to be honest. So that's definitely fallen to the wayside. But next season, the plan is basically I'm gonna swallow my pride. I'm just gonna jam my way from rank 3 up to pro rank as quick as possible, and it's gonna be a month of me playing still meta decks to see what MMR I can realistically expect for myself. And I think sort of the reason why I feel like this is like something that's viable for me is I've been playing for a long time, and I actually don't have a spice of coup de grace, maybe bad. Let me just think. Sorry, I keep flipping conversations and things. I'm trying to do both. I'm trying to focus on this and play. Yeah, so I feel like I have a decent feel for the ladder. It's not like I've, you know, each season got pro rank and just sat at 2,400. So each month, I've definitely had seasons where I've actually tried a little bit and, you know, pushing like top end of 2,500, that sort of thing, and I've always felt like relatively comfortable with that. Not that it's been easy games by any means, but it's not like I've felt out of my depth. So I think next season is definitely going to be, I'm kind of going to be really watching the meta, trying to play what's best at the time, try and maximize my MMR, things like that, and see where that can take me. So it's going to be interesting. In terms of streaming and that kind of stuff, I'm probably going to have to play it by ear. I'm definitely looking to stream a little more because I feel like it's almost like an incentive for me to play, is if I'm streaming, if people want to watch me, there's that option there. But it'll be less me just being an absolute idiot, which is what I do most of the time, and a little more focusing, I guess. I think that's probably the best way to describe it, a little more focusing on the game, and trying to play as well as I can. I think that's really all I had to say on it. Oh, in terms of YouTube, that's the streaming side. In terms of YouTube, I'll be sort of keeping going with this. There won't be like a drop off in content, but there will be less of the kind of decks where I'm like messing about and not playing like super optimally and that kind of thing. It'll be a bit more focused. Now, that's not to say it's going to be every single video is just going to be me playing Nilfgaard, Lockdown and Vi or whatever, but it will be less of the meme decks just for this month, just so I can get a feel for things. And I'm a bit excited, to be honest, to sort of try it out, see where it goes. Now this could go all tits up, and it could go absolutely horrible, which is possible. It is completely possible. Interesting, but it's something I want to try. I want to see, you know, what's possible for me basically, and yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, and I think it's probably good for people watching as well, because I mean, the better I am at playing, the better it is for you guys to watch. Like, it's always better to watch people play when they're actually good players. So yeah, hopefully it'll be just as good for you as it is for me. I think this game should be over. Should. I could mess this up though. Yeah, it's over. Alright, I literally said in the intro it's like an auto win against Vi, and that kind of shows it. Literally, this, you're not getting deja vu. I plan to just do this, like, do 2 games, talk about the things, get it recorded, get it uploaded, because I want to spend time with my partner. It's New Year's and everything. Obviously we can't go anywhere, but we're still chilling around the house, trying to make the best of it. Get rid of that. So yeah, I spoke about next season and things like that. Yeah, sort of another thing that's sort of pretty nice. I don't want to sort of jinx it or anything. But I work full time at the moment. Since, would you believe it, streaming Gwent to a handful of people and uploading to YouTube with not a ton of subscribers isn't bringing in millions, as by no means, like, I'm by no means doing this for financial reasons, because there is none. So I have to work full time, and in terms of my working situation, this is all very dubious, I can't say too much, but there's stuff that might be happening that would make it a little more easier to stream a little more, upload a little more, that sort of things. Basically, you know, my time might be a little bit better freed up going forward. So I don't want to, as I say, I don't want to jinx anything, but yeah, it could be looking kind of good going forwards. And I was sort of thinking about like what decks I'm going to be playing like next month and stuff, because I will be putting out, as I sort of do each month, 6 factions, 6 decks. Ooh, what are we going to do about this then? We'll probably just lock this up as well. So I will be doing like a 6 factions, 6 decks for next season, and kind of thinking about what I'm going to play. So it will be probably the most sort of meta one you'll have seen in a while. So I'm probably looking to sort of play things like this lockdown list will probably be played quite a bit, because unless there's changes for next season, this is going to be very, very dominant on the ladder. I'm probably going to have to swallow my pride and play a bit of Vi, unfortunately. I'm probably going to play some movement, like Precision Strike. And I'm not sure how I feel about Precision Strike. I feel like the lists at the moment aren't super optimized. They're pretty good. Definitely a pretty good lists that are available at the moment, but I don't feel like they're super optimized. So that's kind of something else I've been doing in my in my time when I've been playing the game is try to sort of figure out what the best way to run some of the more meta things is. So yeah, I've been having a look at my precision strike list, trying to figure out best way to do that. So probably best thing to do here, because I'm definitely gonna Yenva this. And for that reason, Slave Hunter is probably best. I'd like to hold on to the Sergeant. So yeah, so the list I'm sort of looking at is obviously this lockdown one, Vi, unless, as I said, this is all very dependent on changes. There may well be patch notes out for next thing, and I've missed it. I have to kick myself a little bit, but yeah, at the moment, I'm probably going to play this bit of Vi, movement. We're probably going to see. Oh, what else could I run? I'm still stuck on what the what that kind of last deck's going to be. Really want to pass here, but I really don't want to pass. Sorry. So if I mean, I realistically don't get out of this round without passing. 857 forwards. Yeah, I got to pass here. Bit sad, but I have to pass. I think in terms of like the last deck, it would probably have to be. It may just have to be like Northern Realms or something, or maybe Skellige. I don't really feel like Lippy does that well. Despite kind of popular opinion that Lippy's the worst thing to ever happen, I do feel like it's a little underwhelming at the moment. It's not a weak deck by any means, but it's definitely not the strongest around. So might have to have a little think about what we're gonna do there. Okay. So it's whether we Masquerade Ball. We'll probably get pass out, but then I think removal wise, probably not a good idea. Have we got the Aristas to trigger it? This is actually our last Aristocrat, so maybe we can't get away with that. I think Brathens is the best choice here. Yeah, so I think maybe Northern Realms. I did try some of the Witcher list, you know, that runs like King, and you do a lot of shields and all that kind of stuff, and that felt pretty fun, to be honest. It didn't feel like broken by any means, or like super strong, but it was not too bad, not too bad. So that might have to see some play. But yeah, at the moment I'm just trying to figure out what's coming out. Gonna be coming out on my 6 factions. So the thing I need to consider, right, is like at the moment I'm just looking to win the round. I know this is gonna get big, and then in round 3 I can quite consistently kind of kill whatever's big on the board. I need to get out of this round basically. I mean, I could have Yenva'd this, but I might be getting greedy. I think maybe Invocation that. But I think they're playing greedy. It looks like they're going for the 2, so it's maybe worth invocating that. I think we always win a card up if we do this. I think I'm probably going to steer clear of Syndicate next month. I think you definitely want to steer clear of Syndicate. It feels really underwhelming. I think if you were going to play it, I think Hidden Cache is probably the sort of best route to go. I may give that a go because there's no real harm in playing it on ladder, because if it's not your number 1 deck, it doesn't really matter. I may have to accept that I'm not going to trigger both bits of the ball. Guess we are triggering both bits of the ball. Sometimes you just get lucky. So yeah, that's where we're at for next season. Which faction didn't I speak about? I spoke about scoia'tael, Monsters, Nilfgaard, Skellige, Northern Realms. Oh no, spoke about all of them. Oh yeah, Skellige. I think Lippy's decent at the moment, but not like insane. Not insane by any means. So we're just gonna have to see with that. Also realised coup de grace not doing a whole lot. Maybe should have mulled coup de grace actually. Ooh. Yeah, this is good. We can kill that. We could, or we lock it actually. No, locking it's much better. I was actually going to Roderick and double thingy it, but it's actually better to lock it up. This game looks like it's done anyway, but like I say, if you're looking for like some easy MMR, just play this. Like at the moment, it's absolutely insane, this deck. Alright, this is kind of what I was waiting for. This should close it out. Fair play to this guy though. They've this is probably the right. Let me do it. Yeah, okay, it's melee. This is probably the closest closest game I've had for sure with a Vi deck. You definitely like pushing round 2. If you're in this matchup as Vi, you definitely need to push round 2. Alright. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. I hope these games haven't been too boring, and at least this gives some context for next month. So I'll catch you next month there. It's going to be an interesting one.